All right, what's up everybody? Good morning from the La Cueva Trailhead in the Oregon Mountains Desert Peaks National Monument, just outside of Las Cruces, New Mexico. It's a beautiful morning. It's about 7:30, and you can see there are a few other people at the trailhead this morning. I'm assuming some of them are just doing some shorter hikes, but some of them are going up there, right there, to the top of the tallest peak in the Oregon Mountains, Oregon Needle, at 8,980 feet, which is where we're going today. It's going to be a pretty crazy hike. Don't exactly know what the mileage is. I've heard anything from 5 to 8 to even more round trip, and about 4,000 feet of elevation gain. All I know that it's going to be very steep, very difficult, lots of route finding, class 3 and 4 scrambling, and just an overall really intense hike. I've heard that this is one of the, if not the most difficult day hikes you can do in the entire state of New Mexico, but I'm excited to give it a try. And we'll get back to you guys a little bit further in on the trail. Well, here's the classic Oregon Mountain sign telling you how many people, well, not how many, but an indiscriminate number of people have died while climbing in these mountains. And yeah, hopefully we will not join that exclusive list. I remember the last time we were here, it was like unbearably hot. And now she's dressed up like she's about to go on like an Arctic expedition.
I have so many clothes.
It's a little chilly this morning. It's about 38 right now, but it will warm up to the 60s. So, all right, well, we branched off of the Fillmore Canyon trail a little while ago. We're heading up through this valley up here, but just want to stop and take a look at the Fillmore Canyon waterfall. Really cool seeing it from up here. Some fall colors and stuff. Oh, nice. All right, well, we are closely following the map to lead us in the right direction. I believe that is either the summit or near the summit up there. So we still got a long ways to go. But the trail is finally starting to gain some good elevation now. But I'm sure it's going to get much steeper the further in we go. But it's quite the beautiful morning, that's for sure. Okay, so we have climbed up quite a bit. The last video I made was way down there. So the trail has gotten extremely steep. You can see Las Cruces out there. It's really beautiful up here. But man, is the trail getting rough. Like, this isn't even a flat spot, but it feels flat compared to what we were just doing. But it actually looks like we have to go down a little bit. So that's super fun. All right, well, we are coming up this insanely steep trail. I mean, it's literally just going like straight up at this point.
I just feel like it's trying to stand.
Yeah, there's loose rock everywhere. This is definitely going to be an interesting hike down. I have a feeling there's going to be quite a bit of type 2 fun involved on the hike down. But yeah, this is really beautiful. I know we're on the right trail, but I have absolutely no idea where this trail is leading us. I mean, I know eventually we're going to end up on top of that right there, but past that, I don't really know how it's going to take us up there at this point. That's supposedly, yeah. I hope so. And this trail is just absolute. It's like a hallway of thorns. Like literally every single plant on this trail is just, whether it's a cactus or thorn bush or whatever, it's just covered in like thorns and needles and just waiting for you to slip and fall into it.
We're both bleeding out of our hands.
Yeah. We haven't even gotten to the worst part yet, and I can safely say that this trail is no joke. All right, coming up to Juniper Saddle. Heading up that way. It's amazing. Wow, it's incredible up here. There's the summit up there.
Yeah. We made it.
All right, so we are leaving Juniper Saddle right now. Heading up to the, I guess you call it part 2. You have to get up to basically a series of short, steep canyons that will take us to the final pitch of the mountain, which, like I said at the beginning, I believe goes up to class 4. So this whole thing is just awesome. Right? It's crazy. All right, well, we've gone a good way up from Juniper Saddle. Still getting some amazing views of this backside of the Oregon Mountains. And it looks like we're about to be entering Dark Valley here in a minute.
Did you just film me walking headfirst into a pine tree or not?
I think it missed that, but to be clear, you did just walk headfirst into a pine tree.
No.
Are you sure that's the trail?
Absolutely not.
I think it's,
Go to the wrong.
yeah.
I thought maybe this way.
Yeah, here's a good old Karen. And I'm not talking about the kind that wants to see the manager. So yeah, looks like we're gonna be headed straight up there. And from there, who knows next? Well, we're climbing up one of the canyons and you can see how steep it is. I mean, that's pretty crazy. It's a little exposed there. Now we're going back into some trees and brush and stuff. And yeah, this trail is just absolutely relentless.
This is a 4-legged hike.
It's the way we like it though. All right, so that is what we just climbed up. Insanely steep. There's some people down there below us somewhere. There's looking out Las Cruces. It's just absolutely crazy up here. We are getting close to Dark Valley and Dark Canyon, which I believe is the last canyon we have to climb up before we get to that final pitch up to the summit. So we're making progress for sure. We've been hiking for about 2.5 hours, so honestly I'd say we're making pretty good time. And
This trail's flat ground now.
yeah. Yeah, it's been like this the whole way. But yeah, this trail definitely lives up to the hype, I would say. Definitely lives up to the hype. All right, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure we're in Dark Canyon right now. It's actually slightly less steep. It's slightly less steep than it was before, but still very steep. And it's definitely more like a bushwhack than a trail in here. Okay, so we made a little wrong turn back there, but we're on the right track now. This is definitely Dark Canyon. And when we get up to the top of this, we should have like maybe another 200 feet of vert left to get up to the tallest peak in the Oregon Mountains. Which I am pretty excited about. And as per usual, this trail is very brushy and relentlessly steep. After a pretty grueling hike up through Dark Canyon, we are very close to the summit. It's like right up there. But we're gonna have to take a kind of a roundabout way to get up there. But we are up on another saddle now. I believe this is the saddle between Oregon Needle and Oregon Peak. And man, it's just crazy what we just came up. There's Las Cruces all the way down there. And the backside of the Oregon Mountains. Amazing. Well, here's something we didn't expect to see all the way up here. There's some snow, just tiny patches, but it counts. There is snow. And we are going to be going down here and then somewhere over there. All right, well, we are starting to get to some of the more exposed semi-technical parts of this mountain. Just had a little class 3 pitch coming up there. And the rope section should be just up there, just ahead. All right, so this looks like the big pitch here, or at least part of it. It's not too bad. It's definitely solid class 3. There's a rope here, but
We don't trust the rope.
yeah, we're trying not to use it.
We're gonna use it a little bit, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would just climb up that crack right there.
No, it's just a little narrower than I thought. I'm gonna use the rope just one hand.
Sure.
Kind of, I think. It's weirdly deep. Huh. Give me a sec.
All right, so we are past that section. That was definitely, I would say, class 4. I was borderline class 3 and 4, but it's very exposed. So, you know, use the rope if you want. You can see that's what it's tied to. So the rope is in good condition. So as long as you trust that this little tree here to hold your weight. I personally did not use the rope, but I may use it on the way down. We'll see. All right, guess what, guys? We made it up to the summit of Oregon Needle, the tallest mountain in the Oregon Mountains at 8,980 feet. So 20 feet short of 9,000. There's the White Sands Missile Range, White Sands National Park out there. You can see the Sacramento Mountains out in the distance there. Sierra Blanca is over there. Cloudcroft is over there in that area. These are the San Andreas Mountains. It's incredible up here. There is Las Cruces, a good 5,000 feet below where we're standing right now. And then you can see way down there Those are the Franklin Mountains in El Paso. And even further than that is Mexico. You can tell it's Mexico because there's a line of pollution.
Oh, come on.
Seriously, look at it. But yeah, this is just incredible. I've been wanting to do this hike since the day I moved out here, honestly, even before that. And it definitely lived up to the hype. This was an extremely tough hike. I would not recommend it for a beginner hiker, but if you got the experience and you got some time on your hands, definitely come out here and check it out. This is incredible. So we're gonna enjoy some well-earned summit treats and start heading back down. What I'm guessing is gonna be quite the grueling hike down. It took us about 4 hours to get up here. I'm guessing it'll probably take damn near 4 hours to get down. All right, we are about to head back down. It's a little crowded up here now. Another group came up, but just wanted to show you, that is the trailhead down there, 4,000 feet below where we're standing right now. Quite the crazy hike to get here. By the way, my phone is telling me that it was actually a little over 5 miles up to the summit, so looking more like a 10-mile round trip hike rather than an 8. So, but I kind of expected that. Ready?
Let's go.
All right.
You can roll your way down.
Yeah. We are heading down what is turning out to be quite the brutal down hike. Trying to get back to Juniper Saddle right now. We are at a dark canyon. And Diane is dancing. And I'm going to stop filming that now.
That's what the views are for.
But yeah, this is pretty crazy. I mean, every single thing you put your feet on is loose. Most of the stuff you put your hands on are loose. And it's just kind of like that, just kind of how it is all the way down, and it's very, very steep. All right, well, we're back at Juniper Saddle after hiking down through 2 pretty brutal canyons. You can see where we were hiking up through there. That's crazy. And Organ Needle is somewhere back up behind there. So we are going to hike back down the rest of the trail, start heading back down this way, and I think we got at least another like 1.5 to 2 miles of suckage before we get back to the like the actual like trail. So yeah, should be fun. All right, well, it looks like we're, for the most part, back down from all the crazy stuff. We definitely still got a couple miles left to go here. But, yeah, we're gonna go under these like orange rocks here and then start heading back down towards the Fillmore Canyon waterfall and the Fillmore Canyon Trail. But I think these orange rocks were kind of like I remember them being kind of the starting point of the insanity. Everything before this was kind of just normal trail. So that's a good feeling. Quite a crazy hike, no doubt about that. I mean, I haven't done every hike in New Mexico, but they say this one is the toughest day hike, so I guess I have no reason to doubt that. All right, well, we are getting back to the Fillmore Canyon waterfall overlook. And once we pass by there, it'll be a real short little downhill hike to get back onto the Fillmore Canyon Trail. And from there, it's like maybe a little over a mile back to the trailhead. A little over a mile of easy hiking. There it is in all its splendor.
We can't even see where we were. Can we? Don't think so.
No. That is crazy that we were just up there. All right, well, we are getting back onto the main trail here. And from here, it is a short and easy hike back to the La Cueva Trailhead. And I just have to turn around because that is just insane looking at what we just hiked up. That is absolutely nuts. I cannot even believe it. It feels so good to have finally hiked that peak after wanting to do it for so long. And I'm sure there's no way that's going to be my last time hiking that mountain. I already know I'm going to do it again at some point. All right, well, we made it back to the La Cueva Trailhead and picnic area right here. Here is the sign that we passed on the way in, warning about all the deaths. But luckily, that was not us today. We successfully summited Organ Needle, the tallest peak in the range, and that was absolutely crazy. That was so much fun. Such a beautiful hike. I seriously can't believe we actually did that today. That was a lot. So that was definitely over 4,000 feet of elevation gain, about 4,200 total elevation gain. And according to my phone, it was about 10.5 miles. That might have been a tad bit overestimated, but not by much. I mean, I think that the GPS file kind of was just more, it didn't really account for the fact that you'd be like weaving all around trying to find a good way to descend through all that steep scree and stuff. But either way, absolutely amazing hike. Definitely really glad I finally got to do this one. Had a great hiking partner to do it with, and definitely looking forward to doing some more hikes in the Oregon mountains. But I've seen the waterfalls and I've seen the highest peak in the range now, so I'd say I'm doing pretty good. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video here. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And of course, I'll have more awesome hiking adventures coming soon. Have a good one, guys.